Welcome to 2020. I've been getting, a lot of messages and blessings and greetings for bringing in the new year and have a prosperous new year and all of these nice things. And I really wanted to respond and, bless the hearts of my friends and family and anybody who I may come into contact with via social media. And it's really strange, it's really amazing the era that we're in where you can interact with persons that on a normal you'd have never met, you'd have never interacted with in any way at all. You can reach friends of your friends and friends of your family who they may not have, you all may have never shared a space to be introduced to. However, through social media, your family or your friend would like something or share something that you say, and now it becomes marketed, or it becomes placed on another platform where so many more people can access it. And I really wanted to bless as many people as possible with this greeting. So what I thought about is giving 5 daily habits that would make you more successful in 2019. Sorry, it's 2020. You see, this is the transition, right? So it's 5 daily habits that I am going to try and commit to, and you can consider trying as well. And I believe that it will guarantee you more success and prosperity in the year 2020 and moving forward. So let's get started. Number 1, pray. Pray daily. And I understand that, many people are going to see this video and everybody may not agree on who God is, what God is, and whatnot. But my recommendation or my encouragement is to pray to God. I believe in Jehovah God, and I am going to commit to praying every day and spending some time in communication with God. And my genuine belief is that anybody who prays to God, whoever you may think God is, if you genuinely pray to God and ask Him to reveal Himself and ask Him to draw you closer to Him and have His way in your life, I believe that He will reveal Himself to you and He will draw you closer, and it will definitely have a positive impact on your life. So that's number 1. Pray daily. Number 2, listen to understand instead of listen to respond. Now this is one that I got from my wife. This is something that I would have heard a number of times from her, and I don't really need to give too much of a background story for it because it's pretty much self-explanatory. When somebody's speaking, it's easy to hear what they say and give a quick response. However, if you would take some time to slow down, internalize, and think about what they're trying to communicate to you, a lot of times your response, the tone may change, the entire response, your overview of what they are saying changes, so therefore your response changes. And this is something that is applicable to relationships, interpersonal relationships, but it's also connected to the first part where when I said pray daily, it's not just about speaking to God, but it's also about listening to God to understand what is He trying to say, where is He guiding me, what's the direction, what's the decision, what's the opportunity before me here. So again, number 2 is listen to understand instead of listening to respond. Number 3, read. So I am going to commit to reading at least 10 minutes. I'm going to start off a little small. At least 10 minutes daily of whether it is the Bible, a book, some sort of schoolwork, whatever it is, I'm committing to read, spending at least 10 minutes reading. What I have learned is reading expands your vocabulary. It's a beneficial exercise that makes you better at it with practice. So 10 minutes of reading today may get you a chapter. But if you develop the habit of just reading 10 minutes, you'd realize that you would be able to read a chapter faster. So it may reach that eventually you get through 2 chapters in 10 minutes. And I know some ridiculously fast readers, and I'm not one of those. So I believe that spending more time reading, even though it's just 10 minutes, is going to develop my skill in reading. It's going to develop my vocabulary. It's going to develop my speaking skills. It's going to make me more knowledgeable. So you're going to, that's my commitment for number 3. Daily spend at least 10 minutes reading. Number 3, make wise choices in what you eat. So I am into fitness, and a little shout out to my company, Just Fitness. I would have grown up with the mentality that I am pretty much active and I have a slim physique, so I can get away with eating anything I want. However, what I am learning through research, reading, and even looking at documentaries is that you really need to pay attention to what you put inside your body. So I am committing to making wiser choices as it relates to eating daily, whether it is cutting down the amount of sugar I consume, whether it is cutting down the amount of meat I consume, drinking more water, whatever the change that you want to start off with. On a daily basis, you want to commit to eating wiser. And number 5, which is the last one, is exercise daily. As I said, I'm into the fitness industry, so obviously, this is going to be part of it. So why do I say exercise daily? Now, I've spoken to many people about this topic, and the number one excuse that you hear from persons is, I don't have time. And my response may seem a bit insensitive, but it's very factual, and I say this with compassion and not to offend anybody. But when you don't take care of your health and you don't give your health time, and something happens, your health demands your time. So you literally get stopped. You are bedridden, some sort of sickness or ailment, and it forces you now to prioritize your health. And my recommendation is, why wait for that to happen? Why not be proactive and begin doing things from now that can prevent you from reaching to that place? I know there are some sicknesses that they may be hereditary, they come about it doesn't necessarily have a correlation to your habits. And I'm not speaking about that, and I've heard that response. Some people say, yeah, I know fit people and they just drop down and it's this and it's that. And my response to that is, that's the reality. However, if you can do things from now to lower your chances of getting sick or getting some sort of disease, then why not make those changes now? And it's simple changes. Just as how I said, commit to 10 minutes of reading daily, why not commit to 10 minutes of exercise daily? So if you look at that's 70 minutes accumulated over 1 week. That's over an hour of exercise. And the recommendation based on the World Health Organization is between 15 to 20 minutes, 3 to 4 times daily. And 20 minutes times 4 is 80. So if you make 10 minutes daily, you're just short of that 80-minute benchmark. However, hitting 70 minutes on a weekly basis is significantly better than just saying, I don't have time. And I know that you can give exercise 10 minutes a day, whether it is 10-minute walk, 10-minute jog, some form of activity. And I encourage not only clients, but I encourage persons to find some sort of activity that you enjoy doing, so it does not necessarily feel like work. And when I say find an activity, I'm specifically speaking about a physical activity, something that will increase your heart rate, get your blood pumping, challenge your muscles. And especially for the aging population, you need to give yourself this investment to your health and exercise on a daily basis. Obviously, if you are very deconditioned or you've never done any sort of exercise, it is recommended that you see a doctor and seek professional advice. Professional advice being your doctor, who will let you know, yes, I do recommend that you should exercise, however you should stay away from this or that or whatnot, and then seek the direction or the guidance from a professional fitness instructor, me, right? Now I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, that was 5 daily habits that you can do that I believe, and I'm going to do as well, and guarantee it's going to make you more successful in the year 2020. I'll cover them again. 1, pray daily. 2, listen to understand instead of listening to respond. 3, read at least 10 minutes daily. Number 4, make wiser choices as it relates to what you eat. And number 5, at least 10 minutes of exercise daily. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to like, share, comment, hit me up. Love you guys. Blessings for 2020. Boom.